Well, hello everybody. This is your favorite Mama coming to you to teach you how to cook. Helena Handbasket is my name, and I'm going to teach you how to fix something that you're just going to want to just enjoy over and over and over again. Yes, I am. So how many of y'all have been fudge packers? I have my whole life. My mama used to fix fudge, and I used to help her slice it and pack it in packages. And so I'm going to teach y'all how to fudge pack today, okay? But first we got to make the fudge to pack, don't we? So I'm going to teach y'all how to do that. So Rachel Ray, eat your heart out, honey, because Mama is here to teach these youngins how to fix fudge. Now, so here's the deal. I used to fix it the old-fashioned way. I would stir and stir and stir and beat and beat and beat, and then I'd make the fudge. But just kidding. But really, I would work my tail off making the homemade fudge, and I love homemade fudge. And then I went to a little party, and a friend of mine said, "Here's some fudge, try my fudge." And I ate a piece of his fudge, and I said, "Oh my God, I love your fudge. What'd you do? How'd you make your fudge?" And he told me, and I said, he said, "It's 2 ingredients." I said, "Liar, there is no way in hell you can make that out of 2 ingredients." And he said, "Sure enough, Helena." And I said, "Shoot, doggy, I want to learn how to make that fudge." So I'm going to teach y'all how. He taught me how, so I'm going to teach y'all how to make 2-ingredient fudge. Now, I cheated a little bit. I have added a 3rd ingredient, so because I can. And if I want to, I can, because I'm a Southern girl, and I can. So, first things first. The first ingredient, it's a whole jar of peanut butter. Now, for this fudge, I'm using creamy, but if you want to live large and be crazy, you can use crunchy. So, I'm going to take it, and just for the magic of television, I have already put the whole jar of peanut butter. That'd be about 16 to 18 ounces, and I've put it in this bowl. Now, every bit out of it, I spooned it out, and I put it in this bowl. And you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to put it in the microwave for a minute. Y'all hold on, I'm going to go to the microwave. You can still hear me, though, can't you? So I'm putting this in the microwave. And I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to turn on the microwave for 1 minute. 1, 0, 0. And, oh, I can't do it with nails. Start. Now, while that's microwaving for 1 minute, I'm going to take the second ingredient, 16 ounces of dark chocolate frosting. Yes, honey cake frosting. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put every bit of it, I'm going to just take every bit of it right out of that package, and I'm just going to put it in another bowl all by itself. Oh my God. Mama loves her some good chocolate, honey. She likes frosting too. Anyway, so you want to just put it in there, just get every, get every little, out of that jar, out of that little container, honey. You got to get all that frosting out of that container. Every little bit of it. I got almost all of it. Okay, there it is. Now, see there? I got it all in the bowl. So, and I'm going to use my lid as a neat little trivet for my spoon, so I don't get it all over the kitchen, because neatness is next to godliness. And God knows I'm godly. So, I have used a whole thing of this and a whole thing of that. Now, I heard the microwave beep. So, Mama is going to take this spoon right here, and she's going to get all the rest of that icing off of that little spatula. She's going to, I'm scraping it all off, you see? Okay, I'm taking it off. Oh, yes, honey child. Putting it all in that bowl. Okay. Now, there it is. Every bit, the whole thing. I don't leave none in that container nor nothing. Okay, put that in the sink because I'm done with it. Okay, I'm going to take the bowl full of frosting. I'm going to take it to the microwave. You guessed it, didn't you? You're so smart. And I'm going to take out this jar of peanut butter that I've already microwaved for how long? 1 minute. And I'm going to put the other bowl in the microwave. Hey! 1 minute. So 1, 0, start. Start. There. So, I've got my jar of peanut butter. Now, while this is microwaving, I'm going to take me some spray. Now, I like to use the butter-flavored spray, and I got me a pan, a 9x9 pan, and I have already lined it with foil. So, I'm going to spray it, because I don't want my fudge to stick. You see, ain't nothing worse than sticky fudge. Ooh. So I have sprayed it with some butter flavored spray. And now it's the hard part. I just got to wait for the fudge to microwave. Now I'm going to stir this peanut butter and see how it gets kind of runny, after you've microwaved it for a minute. See that? Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. So I stirred it up without anything in it. Now I'm going to add that third ingredient just because I can. Now this is vanilla. Now I want you to look at this jar. This is a jar, honey. I have kept this jar for so many years. This was my mommy's jar of vanilla. Now it ain't the same vanilla. I have replaced it. I keep refilling the same jar because I like having my mommy's little jar of vanilla. I really do. It just makes me close to her every time I cook. I use mommy's vanilla. So I just put me about a teaspoonful. I didn't measure it because I'm a Southern girl. We don't have to measure. Just put however much you want to. So I've done that, okay? So I added a little vanilla to my peanut butter. And now I've got my chocolate frosting that I have microwaved for a minute. And watch, this is the hard part, y'all. Watch. Oh, I've got to add the fudge to the peanut butter. Now, you could add the peanut butter to the fudge, I guess. It depends on what size bowl you put what in. But I like to add the fudge to the peanut butter because, well, I don't really know why. It's just the way I like to do it. And it works for me. So there it is. I'm scraping my bowl because I want to use all of it, you know. And what did I put in there with the fudge? With the peanut butter and the chocolate frosting? I put a little vanilla for flavor, you know, because it's homemade. I like to make homemade fudge. And you know why I call it homemade? Because I'm the hoe that made it. Okay, so I'm going to stir the frosting in with the peanut butter. And I'm going to stir, and I'm going to beat it. I love to stir it. I'm going to make it mix up real good. Now, if you can if you can still see swirls of peanut butter in your chocolate or swirls of chocolate in your peanut butter, you have not stirred it long enough. At this point, if you want to get really crazy, live large, live wild, honey, wild, then you can put nuts, because I'm a nut-eating kind of girl. I bet you already knew that. I love to eat me some nuts. Honey, love me some nuts. So I'm going to stir. I'm going to keep stirring until I can't see no peanut butter or no chocolate coming together. So I stirred it all up real good. Oh, this is how my boobs got so big, because I just stir. This is the exercise I like to do. I'm just stirring. I still see swirls of peanut butter, so I'm going to keep stirring. Whew, I'm working up sweat, honey. Lord. Whew. Lord, I'm going to have to sing you a song if this don't mix up pretty doggone quick. Oh, there. Okay, it's all mixed up. So, I got my 9x9 pan with the foil, and I've sprayed it and everything. And so I'm going to pour it in. So I got it all mixed together. Oh, you can see it on the jar, but trust me, it's mixed together. So I'm going to pour it in. Watch. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I'm going to pour it all in there. And I'm going to scrape it out, because I don't want to leave any in the pan. Now. Oh, look at that. It's just a runny mess, and you're thinking to yourself, there ain't no way in this world that could be fudge. You gonna be surprised. So here it is. Okay? Okay. So, I've put it all in there. Got a little bit more. Oh, my goodness gracious. Honey child. Okay, got it all out. Now. Oh, got a little on my finger. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way because I'm done with it, okay? I'm going to set it over there, and then I'm going to take the spoon, and I'm going to push it all into the corners. I'm going to stir it around. I'm going to push it into the corners. Push it into the corners, and then I'm going to pat it. See how I'm patting it with a spoon? Why am I patting it with a spoon? Not because I like it, and I love to pat on things that I like, but I'm just doing that to get all the air bubbles out of it, so there ain't no air bubbles in it. And I just pat, 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 pat. And then that's it. That's it. Now, you're thinking to yourself, that ain't fudge. That's just a mess of something that ain't nothing. Well, guess what you do now? So, after you've done it, and if you want to get wild, put nuts. If you really want to get wild, put you some Rice Krispies in there, honey. It'll give you a little crunch with every bite. So, it'd be like one of them candy bars that's got the crunch in it. I can't say the kind of candy bar that is because I'm sold. I forgot. Do they even still make them? Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, there it is. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. But it's got to sit for an hour. Now, rather than talk to you for an hour, not that you wouldn't love to hear every word that Mama had to say, because of the magic of television, I already made some. Now you're saying to yourself, Self, that ain't chocolate fudge. That looks like peanut butter fudge. Well, you're daggone right. You know why? Because I made it with a jar of crunchy peanut butter. Because I like to eat the nuts. And I made it with, okay, there's my frosting. I'm done with that. And I'm done with that too. So I'm done with this too. So, all right. So I got it here. And I made it with a jar of crunchy peanut butter. And why did it come out peanut butter fudge instead of chocolate fudge? Because I used cream cheese icing. Cream cheese frosting, icing, cake icing. Yeah, honey. 16 ounces. So I'm going to take me a knife, because I got one right here. And I'm going to cut it in nice little squares. Now, the kind of squares that you cut it into is up to you. How big a square is dependent on two things. One, how big your mouth is. And how big you like to stick things into your mouth. So, that's what you want to do. You just want to cut it. And I just make little rows, cut little rows that way. And like that. I know you can't see me because the camera don't reach down there. But I'll show you in a minute. Wait a minute. So I'll just cut it like that. Now, what I'm going to do, look at this. So there it is, cut in rows. See, I got strips cut. See that? Now I'm going to turn it. Whoop! And I'm going to cut strips the other way. That's what makes the squares. It's brilliant how that works. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it down like that. I'm going to cut it down like that. Lord, I wish you could watch because this is just brilliant. I am brilliant, honey. Rachel Ray, eat your heart out, honey. You ain't never made no fudge this good. Well, maybe she has. She's pretty good. But you know, Mama could teach her a thing or two. Maybe not about cooking. Okay, so I've got it cut the other way too. Now look at it. Look how pretty it is. Can you see? You can't see, can you? Because I ain't lifted it up that high yet. I'm afraid of dumping it all out all over the place. So see, it's little squares. It's cut into squares. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little container and I'm going to take the lid off of it. And this is where the fudge packing comes in. Now, I have been a fudge packer for many years, so I am very experienced in fudge packing, okay? As are many of you. So, you're going to take a piece and you're going to stick it in. Then you're going to take another piece and you're going to stick it in. Now, I want you to know I have washed my hands before I did this. It's very important because I've already talked about this. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And so we want to make sure that we're godly. And we're going to stick every little piece one at a time. I won't touch them all, though. You know why I want to touch them all? Because I want everybody that eats it, that sticks it in their mouth, to know that I have touched every piece. I've touched every piece, and I want them to stick it in their mouth knowing that I've touched every piece. And I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep on doing it. Now, you ain't going to actually see me pack this chocolate fudge, because it has to chill for about an hour or two until it takes on this fudge consistency. Like this. See the pretty, see the pretty little square, see the pretty little square? Look, see, that's a good little put. And I'm going to eat it. That piece ain't going to get packed because I'm eating it. I swear. Homemade peanut butter fudge. I swear. It's so good. So that's how you make homemade fudge, because you the hoe that makes it. Now, after you get one level, look what I did. Because I'm just fancy like that. I took me a piece of parchment paper and I cut it into a circle. Now, it don't have to be a perfect circle. Now, I won't tell you how I made these circles. I took the lid of my bowl that I was going to pack it in, and I laid it down on my parchment paper, and I drew a circle with a pencil. I don't like to use a pen because the pen don't seem to work on the parchment paper, but a pencil works just fine. So I traced it around, and then I cut inside the circle, because if you cut outside the circle is too big to go into your bowl, because your lid is a little bigger than your bowl. See, it's the way it works. It's just the way it works. I can't help it. Now, it'll roll up on just like that, because it's been around rolled. So, once I put one layer in, I put me a little circle of parchment paper in there, because we don't want our pieces to stick together. Have you ever had your piece stick together? You know how painful that can be. Well, it just makes it very uncomfortable when your piece sticks together. And I'm going to stick it in there. You know why I do this? Because several reasons. Number one, I know y'all love me out there, and I just want to make y'all something special, but this is the true reason why I do this. Dean loves it when I pack his fudge. He is one of them people that says to me, baby, when you gonna pack my fudge some more? And I'm like, honey, anytime. It's easier than it's ever been. So anytime you need me to pack you some fudge, Dean, baby doll, I'm here for you. That's what's kept us together 29 years. I pack his fudge anytime he wants me to. And there you have it. There's a second row, see? And it just goes on and on until you've packed it off. So have you learned a little something here today? Has Mama taught you a little something today? Well, I hope so. I would like to hear from all of y'all out there. You can email me at helenahandbasketky@gmail.com and tell me how good you are at packing fudge. I want to hear all the stories about how good you are at packing fudge. And once you share those stories with me, I won't tell a soul. Now, if you want to send me pictures of you packing the fudge, I don't mind. Honey, I will look at every one of them pictures, and I won't even share them with nobody or tell nothing. I will just enjoy. I'll enjoy every one of them pictures of y'all packing fudge. But I'm going to just keep on doing this. So I reckon this video is about over, because I've showed you how to make the fudge. I've showed you how to pack the fudge. And Mama's done. So I ain't going to talk to you no more. I'm just going to continue packing this fudge, and then I'm going to shove it right in Dean's face, and I'm going to say, here, I've packed your fudge. Now eat it. Okay? So, I'm going to go now, because I'm tired of y'all. I'm really not. But I ain't got nothing else to say. Except, it's more fun to do this when you're having a cocktail. Mama taught me to drink like a lady. All right, well, here you go, youngins. Mama with her lemon drop, and she ain't even got a sugared rim. Her glass doesn't have any sugar on it either. Anyway, I've had my cocktail. I've packed my fudge. I've made my fudge. What have I done? What have I not done? What have I forgotten? Oh, I know. I forgot one other thing. I forgot to tell y'all how much I love ya. Yeah, whatever. I love ya. So anyway, go on, pack some fudge, take a video, send it to me, HelenaHandbasketKY@gmail.com. And I just can't wait to see all the pictures and videos of you all packing the fudge. I love y'all. See you later, okay? I'm signing out now. I'm going to turn this thing off. How you turn this thing off?